Oh my God, boys. This is gonna be insane. I'm gonna show you guys in this video step by step how to launch a $10,000 a month AI web design business in 72 hours. I made this Figma board for you guys right here, and it's also gonna serve as a little master sheet. So I'm gonna leave it in the description, and each individual topic I'm gonna talk about, I even linked YouTube individual videos that are specific to that topic. So once you click on that, this is the only document literally you will need in order to reach $10,000 a month with your AI web design business. Without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So keep in mind, this is not going to be a difficult or long process because I'm going to make it super concise. You'll be able to understand me. I'll be going slowly and everything. I don't care how long this video is. I'm trying to provide as much value to you guys, but it will make you money if you listen to what I say. I'm going to give you the entire playbook on how you can start, scale, and eventually automate your own AI web design agency and generate some passive income. And you don't even need to know how to make websites, boys. So this is how I made $18,000, almost 19, within 10 days, right here, as you can see from my dashboard. Now, phase number one is obviously you have to know what you're getting into. You have to know the end before you even start something, right? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be running an AI web design business. So if you see my Instagram content and all that stuff, I promote the AI web design agency. And essentially, yes, we're doing AI web design, but that's only a way to get into the door to later on generate passive recurring revenue and upselling them, because a website is very transactional. They pay something, let's say it's $1,000, and then they get immediately something out of it, right? It's not like ads where they pay you and then they're putting money in and then they're only going to see results in like a month or return on investment and everything. Like, this is very transactional. So we're using that in order to get into the door and make them trust us. And then later on, we want to upsell them on passive recurring services like maintenance, hosting, marketing, all that stuff you guys will see in this video. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to get good clients. So you don't only want clients that are going to pay you $200, $300. You're going to be working 8 hours a day and making freaking, what, $5,000 a month. I personally have better goals. I don't know about you, but I'm going to teach you how to get good clients. Build your irresistible offer, basically having an offer so good that the client would feel stupid to refuse to work with you. I'm going to show you how to onboard the closed clients that you closed with your irresistible offer. And I'm going to teach you the service delivery. So like, how do you actually deliver the service and actually make the client satisfied? Because obviously, like, we want to make money, but we also want to make sure that we're helping those businesses. And I'm telling you guys, one of the best things about my business model is we're actually helping those companies with something they need. Like, I've had clients, they went from $15,000 a month with working with us to making like over $65,000 a month working with us in the span of 3 months. So we're making money, but we're also helping the client. So it makes you also super happy. And then I'm going to teach you how to build recurring revenue. Woo! Okay, boys, let's get right into it. It's going to be freaking crazy. So number one, how to get the best clients. So you only need 3 things to be able to print, which means making a lot of money. A high-ticket niche, which I'll explain a little bit, eyes on you, so client acquisition methods, and a good offer. I'll explain that a little bit later. So a high-ticket niche is this. A high-ticket niche is a niche that makes a lot of money for one job, for example, like construction companies, remodeling companies, plumbers, electricians. These jobs can be thousands of dollars, freaking concrete and all that stuff. Example, if I'm working with a restaurant, for example, let's say local restaurant, I'm contacting the owner. Hey, I can make you a website that's going to cost $1,000. Let's say that per meal that the owner sells, he makes $10 in profit. Your website would need to bring him 100 different clients in order for him to make that $1,000 back. But if I'm working with a construction company, for example, one job, let's say like a freaking kitchen remodeling job, that would bring him maybe $40,000 if it's a pretty big one. So if you sell him a website for $5,000 and it's able to bring him one client, that $5,000 is much more worth it for that construction company owner than the $1,000 for the restaurant owner. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If it doesn't, make sure you leave a comment below. Ask me questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. But essentially, you want to make sure that you sell to high-ticket niches because they make more money and you can bring in one project and that's going to be a lot of money and they'll get a return on investment right away. So pick your niche. There's a lot of different high ticket niches out there. I have a separate video on like how to pick your niche. It's on my channel. I'm actually gonna link it a little bit later on this document. So when you click on it, you'll see it. Now, second thing is you need eyes on you. So client acquisition methods. Now, there are different client acquisition methods you can have. My favorite one is personally cold calling right here. But first, we're gonna be doing cold Instagram DMs. So I have a separate video on that. I'm also gonna link it right here. And essentially, you wanna search up on Instagram. Let me open it up for you. So you wanna search up an industry and the location. So I'm gonna search up, for example, Toronto remodeling, house remodel right here, for example. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna click on each individual, not obviously the big ones, but for example, this one, Paradise Remodeling, that's an actual company. I'm gonna open up another tab. These guys, bam, I'm gonna follow them and I'm gonna message them. And essentially the script that I'm gonna be using is gonna be this. I have a YouTube video right here. Oh, it's actually linked already. Hey, I just saw your profile and love your work. Do you work in all of, insert city? Right now we searched up Toronto, so do you work in all of Toronto? Once they answer, so we're only using this to get into their main inbox. Once they answer, then we're gonna pitch, and then you wanna send a voice message. You can text it. My personal experience, it works better with voice message for me. I don't know if it's my tonality or anything, but you wanna send a voice message. Awesome. I was just checking out your profile and saw your work. It looks amazing. And then I tried to click a link in your bio, and I noticed you didn't have a website. To be honest, I thought it was a shame that you had such good work, but you didn't have anywhere to display it. So I went ahead and built you a new website. If you wanna see it, it'll only take a few minutes. So this is if they don't have a website. Now, if they do have a website, you pretty much want to use a better script. And I went and clicked on your bio. I noticed that your website could use improvement. I thought it was a shame, so I just went ahead and made you a new professional website that looks 10 times better. If you want to see it, it'll only take 5 minutes. So that's cold DMs. And then you can click on my video on the document right here if you want to see exactly in depth. Now, of course, we have the high ticket niche in the middle, and regardless of whatever platform you're going to be using, whatever client acquisition method, you always want to be using a high ticket niche, okay? Now, cold calling. So you're just going to go on Google and literally search up exactly like Instagram, Toronto kitchen remodeling, for example. And then you want to click on maps from here, and you're going to see all those businesses right here that have websites, and then most of them have garbage websites. Like, for example, if I'm just going to click on a random one. So here, for some reason, there's the and, but if I'm going to search up. Okay, so ideally, you want to call people that don't have websites, but a lot of them are going to have websites, and a lot of them are going to be garbage. So I'm just going to click on a random one right here. And like already, this website is not good at all. You know what I mean? And that's the first website I clicked on. And then you just want to call those companies, and you have my exact script right here. And essentially, guys, this is absolute game, okay? Your cold calling script is going to be, you're going to tell them that you already built them a website. I know you probably think that it's going to take you like 2 days to make a website. Like, what if they want to see it right away? Trust me on this. You're going to tell them that you already built them a website, and then we're going to use AI to build it. It's going to be super quick. I have a video right here linked. And what differentiates us from all the other agencies is because, of course, other agencies that are super big, hundreds of or like millions of dollars a month, they have all those professional cold callers, and they're calling these people every day. And they're telling, hey, I can make you a website. Like, are you interested? And sometimes they sell to a couple people. But what differentiates us from these other agencies is we're saying that we already built them a website. We already built them a website. It'll only take 5 minutes. I just want to show it to you. If you have 5 minutes to hop on a quick call, I'll just share my screen and show it to you. Worst case scenario, you know what a new website would look like, and you have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? So this is what's going to differentiate us. Just click on this video if you want to watch exactly. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Next, creating an amazing offer. So I have my offer right here. You can just click on the document. This is public to everybody. And as you can see, like, it's pretty popular. So like, even I have 2 people right here. So many people on Instagram are messaging me for it. So I'm not going to go too in depth right here, but basically when you're hopping on a sales call with the client, you literally want to be going through this. And essentially what you want to be doing is you want to be value stacking, okay? You want to be value stacking so that the client thinks it's going to be more expensive than what it already is. Example, you're on the meeting with the client, you're sharing your screen, you're like, hey man, like, This is a high converting website that I already made you right now. We're gonna do some SEO on that website. So you'll get some organic traffic driven towards that website. People will fill out the contact form. It'll go straight into your email from there. You can contact them whenever you want. We'll set up your Google My Business. So if anyone in your location searches up Toronto kitchen remodeling, you'll be one of the first that pop up. That way you'll get some organic people calling you. You'll get some more leads. You'll be able to close them. If you ever want to run ads, your value stack and all those different things. Meanwhile, the client is going to brace himself for a big price like 5, 6, 7K. And when you tell him it's only going to be 2K, he's like, wow, like all this value for only $2,000. Let's get started right away. Essentially, that's what it's going to tell you. You can go through this document right here. Now, I used to even link the video right here. Now, we want to onboard the client. So, onboarding the client, right after this, I have a video showing you my exact step-by-step process for onboarding. But here's my, let me show you guys. So, here is my onboarding form right here. And you can copy it from this video. You can go on JotForm, create an account, copy it from this video. It's very, very straightforward. And I got this onboarding form by Dean White. He's the one who made me start my agency. He's a freaking phenomenal YouTuber. I met him in Greece. He's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month with his agency. Highly recommend you watch his channel as well. But you can just copy my questions right here if you want. And this is a phenomenal onboarding form because it takes the client like 10, 15 minutes to finish answering all these questions. And then once you have all these answers, you are pretty much set and you have all the information you need in order to build the website. And then submit, bam, done. Now you're going to need a hosting platform, and we're going to be using WordPress to actually build and publish the website. So I know I show a lot of different ways to build websites on my channel to make it very quickly. What do I still use? I use AI in order to build a quick mockup, and then after that, I use Cloudways as a hosting platform. And then after that, we put it into WordPress. So one question that a lot of people ask me is like, yo, I need to pay for WordPress or anything like that. Like, no, WordPress is completely free. What you're going to need is a hosting platform. The people who say that they need to pay for WordPress, when they hear WordPress, they're going on WordPress.com. You don't want to do this. This is not the proper WordPress you want to use. You want to be using a hosting platform, and on that hosting platform, they're going to give you access to WordPress from there. So I'm going to walk you guys through this process right now. Now, we're going to set up the hosting platform. So you send the onboarding form to the client. Now you have all the information. Let them know like, hey, the website is going to be XYZ amount of dollars. And in terms of hosting, it's going to be this amount. You can host with me. It's going to cost $50 a month. Now, you have all the information you need. You're going to go on Cloudways right now, and you're going to set up your host. So, you want to click the first link in the description. I already have it right here. That's what I use for my clients. I'm going to log in real quick. So, once you land on Cloudways, this is the first thing you're going to land on right now. It'll tell you to deploy an application and make a server and everything. So, I'm going to select WordPress. And then you want to name your application. You want to name it. I like to do it the name of my servers, the application name. So, like, for example, John Smith that we already have here that I always use in my videos. And then server name, we're going to put whatever location. So if my client is in the US, so you're going to see servers a little bit later, but USA clients, for example, he's in the US. If he's in freaking, I don't know, Europe, you're going to put Europe clients or whatever. You already know what to do. It's pretty straightforward. And then you want to just keep these settings normal. Select your server. I always use DigitalOcean. I think it's the best. Server type basic. And then you can slide down and use whatever size server you want. And the reason why I use Cloudways is because you're going to pay $14 per month, okay? And you can host unlimited websites on this. Of course, you can just increase as you grow, but $14 a month, okay? You can host, let's say 5 websites. I'll host 5 websites on this, and I'll make like, I don't know, like freaking $250 profit for that $14 investment. And I'm only going to use it after the client paid me, by the way. And the best thing about Cloudways that I personally prefer, doesn't really matter when you scale because it's not that much, but instead of charging you $14 up front, Cloudways is going to charge you like 50 cents a day until it becomes $14 in the month. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope you understand what I mean. And then of course they have 24/7 support. So I would just click need a hand right here. I would just start a new conversation, and then of course the bot will be here, but then I'll click something and I'll just be like, hey, I want to speak to a human. It'll say, do you want to speak to someone? And then I'll just say yes. And then immediately, it doesn't matter what time it is. Like you can see, it's 3 a.m. right now. It doesn't matter what time it is. Someone, an actual live human from Cloudways will come help me set up anything I want. Even if I bought the domain on another platform, they're going to tell me exactly what DNS settings. Like, it's freaking crazy. They have phenomenal support. And of course, you have your own server, so you can just host how many clients you want, and it's actually safe compared to other platforms where you're on one shared server, if that makes sense. Now, I'm just going to go with the 1 GB one, and you're going to click launch now, and then select your location depending on where your client is. So if you're in Australia, just go ahead and select Sydney, and then launch now. So you want to make the server the client's location. Now, once you launch the server, it's going to load a little bit, and you're going to go into a page that looks like this. You're going to go on the page that looks like this. Now, on here, you're only going to have one application with the name of your client. So just go ahead and click it. I have my friend's test server right here. And all you're going to do is literally click admin panel right here. And then, of course, you selected WordPress as the application earlier. So you're going to go on Cloudways, copy this, the username, paste it right here, copy this, paste it right here. Remember me, so you don't need to log in. And then once you log in, you're literally in the WordPress dashboard right now. And now you have WordPress. You didn't have to go on WordPress.com and then download something where you had to pay for freaking plugins and stuff. No, this is only going to cost you a couple bucks. And if you use my link in the description for Cloudways, you'll be able to have 3 days of free hosting on my link. So just go ahead and do that. Hosting is probably like the #1 thing you should do when you start an agency. So go ahead and start a Cloudways right away. Now, how you're going to give access to the web designer so we can actually do it is from the WordPress dashboard. Once you hire the web designer a little bit later, when he says like, yeah, give me access to the WordPress dashboard, you're going to log in on this, go into users, add user. You're going to put his name. You're going to put his name, his email. You're going to create his password. You're going to copy it. And then you're going to add him as an administrator. And then you want to click add user. You're going to send him the WordPress admin link. So you're going to send him the password right now. Let's say, hey, this is a WhatsApp chat, for example. I sent him the password. And he's going to log in with his email that he gave you. And then I'm going to copy this link right here after WP dash admin. And I'll send him the link. This is another WhatsApp message. And bam. You send him this, he'll have access to this page right here. He'll be logged out, obviously. Once he's logged out, he'll just put his email, password, and he'll be able to log in and just build the website from there. So this is how you fully onboard the client, and then you give access to the web designer right here. Now, how do you actually get the website built? Super easy. Either you can do it yourself. I have videos showing you how I make the mockup with AI and then publish it with AI as well. It's super quick. It'll take like 5 minutes. Or 10 minutes. If the only thing is like at a start, it's going to take you a little bit of time. I personally prefer making the mockup with AI. It only takes me 5 minutes. And then in order to fully publish the website, I just give it to some guy on Fiverr that I'm going to show you right now how to find him. But the reason why I do this is because you don't want to be a web designer. You want to be a web design agency owner. And this is exactly what I teach. If you're a web designer, you only have 24 hours in a day because you're going to be a freelancer, which means you're in charge of getting your clients. You're in charge of handling client communication and keeping clients happy. You're in charge of making the actual website itself. You're in charge of freaking upselling the clients later on marketing, and you only have 24 hours in a day. If this is not your main source of income, you only have 24 hours a day and you're like working a job or something, you're not going to be able to actually scale. You're going to be stuck at $5,000 a month doing everything. Surprisingly, the people that are making the most money are the people working less. I literally went to a mastermind in Greece like 3 weeks ago, and I was with agency owners and YouTubers making like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And these guys, their business is fully automated. They're max working like 30 minutes to an hour a day, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. So it's not about working hard or working too much. Trust me, just learn how to delegate tasks. Now, how you're going to hire someone is going to go on Fiverr.com. I already have my web designer, so I don't use this strategy anymore. I retired my web designer off of Fiverr, but essentially you want to search up WordPress Elementor. And then right here, you're going to find a lot of people that are doing it for super cheap. The minimum you could sell a landing page for is like $500, and this guy's going to do it for $85 for you. So you're at least like freaking $80, 80% in profit, you know? So that's it. That's how you're going to hire someone. And now how you're going to build recurring revenue with this business model. Okay? Listen to this. Okay, so here's quick advice on how you can build recurring revenue with this. So Once you reach out to the client, you collect payment, and you sell them a website for, let's say, $1,000. You don't want to reach out instantly. Hey, I can run you ads. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that because it sounds like you're too money hungry. You're going to wait a little bit, whether a week or 2 weeks, and you're going to reach back out to the client, and you want to sell them at a high. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask him, hey, man, like, how'd you like the website overall? And he's going to be like, yeah, man, like, I showed it to my family and stuff like that. Everybody loves it. The colors are nice. I'm super satisfied with your work. And then from there, he's at a high. He's praising your website. And now, then you want to ask, you want to tell him like, hey, by the way, I offer marketing services. I've been doing this for a little bit now. And your website is already high converting. So all we need to do is we'll run some Google ads. We'll put a couple $100 in it, and then you'll get some leads. People will fill out the contact form. The contact form information will go straight into your email. You know how to run the business. You know how to close your leads. You know what to do from there. And then at the start, maybe charge like $500 a month for your ads. And then you can go up to I know people charging $2,000, $2,500 per month just to run their ads. Now, you obviously want to give a minimum in the ad spend. So, for example, if they're paying $500 a month for ads, you want to tell them like, hey, by the way, like in order to make proper results, you might spend like $30 a day, like minimum, like just to start out. You know what I mean? Because obviously, if they pay you $500 a month and they're only putting $50 a month in ads, they're obviously not going to see a return on investment, and that's too low of a number. So if you don't know how to run ads, you can find videos on it. It's very straightforward. I just pay my friend, my business partner, to do it for me. And then you want to make sure that you're able to actually deliver on whatever guarantee you gave him, or like whatever you said you're able to do with the ads. So make sure you either are able to run ads or pay someone else. Like I literally pay my friend $500 a month per client that I bring for ads because I know he's super good and I'm not going to be able to give that good results to my client. So I don't even care how much money I lose. Even if I charge a client $750 and I'm only going to make $250 a month, I'm still going to pass it on to my friend because I want to provide my clients the best results possible. Same thing, I'm charging like $1,500, but I still pass it off to my friend for $500. I don't care how much money I make. I just want to build a proper relationship with my clients. And this is all business is about. You want to have integrity and you want to make sure you provide the best service, because if you're the best, clients will be satisfied and you will get referrals. You're going to get referrals if you do super good. One of my students that I onboarded 3 weeks ago, his name is Jared. Shout out Jared. He's going to freaking crush it. He got one client, and from that one client, he got 4 referrals. So he got 5 clients. So let's say if he was going to make like $1,000 from this client, and then all 4 of these other clients are going to pay him $1,000 other extra dollars, then just from a one reach out to one person, he was originally going to make $1,000, he would make $5,000 now. So make sure you always ask for referrals, not right away, but 2 weeks after you run the ads and then they're satisfied and everything. So I hope this video was useful. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and follow my Instagram right here, ABOUXTOURE. I'm always trying to provide you guys as much value as possible. So that's the best way you can pay me back. You don't need to do anything else for me. Just make sure you like this video, comment, share it to your friends, help me grow and everything. And I hope this video was useful. I will see you guys later.